Steven Espinoza comes through once again and sets the record straight and let y'all know all that Errol Spence, Terence Crawford talk, the fight's done, it's gonna be announced this weekend. Yeah, y'all can scratch that and stop listening to these lying YouTube channels and these sources said. We're gonna talk about that, but before I get into it, make sure that y'all hit my like button and subscribe to the channel, because this is one of the channels that you can come through and get the whole raw truth. Anyway, smash my like button and we're gonna talk about it. What's happening with it, y'all? Now that it's fight week for Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, of course, all of these Errol Spence, Terence Crawford rumors is going on, right? You got just a whole lot of channels reporting that the fight is going to be announced this weekend. The fight is done, it's signed. They finally going to get it on in June. And I've been doing videos, right? And in all my videos that I've been doing, I've continued to tell people, I'm not going to say they not going to fight, but you can't trust Terence Crawford. And if you didn't hear it from Errol Spence, Derek James, Steven Espinoza, Bo Mack, Terence Crawford, or one of them, don't believe it. Don't believe all of the sources said and we know because my friend told me, and you can't believe none of that because we went down this same path before. Why do y'all just refuse to wait to hear it from the main people, right? Not the sources or my homeboy told me or all of that. Wait to hear from the main people. I mean, we've been waiting all these years. Why can't we wait, a couple more months, a couple more weeks, or, maybe they won't even fight. But anyway, I continue to tell people, stop letting these people lie to you and drag you down this same road over and over again. And like I said, it's not no one in particular channel. It's a lot of people doing this, a lot of people reporting this. Soon as they hear something, soon as they see one of the family members say something on Twitter, they go run and try to say that the fight is going to happen. Soon as they see Leonard Ellaby do an interview and smile in the camera and say, well, it might happen, they run and tell you that it's going to happen. It's a fight date. Well, like I said, once again, I'm here to clean up all the mess, to give y'all the truth. All you got to do is just wait. You know what I'm saying? Wait. Hear from the source. Wait till you hear an interview from the source, the main source. I ain't talking about my homeboy and the sources at ESPN, and I can't tell you who told me. I'm talking about Steven Espinoza. He do a lot of interviews, and he gonna keep it raw and real with y'all. So Steven Espinoza, like I said, he just did another interview, and I'm just gonna play what he had to say about the situation, and I'm gonna get back with y'all.
Optimistic. I don't think there'll be anything new announced this weekend.
Okay, well, they just say it out there. There's no.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not saying it's impossible, but there's no plans to do it right now.
Okay.
Just like, June 17th was never a date for Spence Crawford. Like it never was. I think people want this fight so badly, and I understand why. I want it too, but you start trying to connect dots that aren't dots to be connected. TGB and PBC had a date on hold June 17th, and people started saying, well, they've got it on hold in Texas and in Vegas, so it must be for Spence Crawford.
Right, the process of
and then it spread like wildfire. No, it was never June 17th. It's not going to be June 17th. Will it be this summer or early fall? If we get it done, I think so, and I think it's more likely than not that we do get it done. It's just we're not done yet.
So you heard it straight from the man's mouth. He's optimistic to get the deal done, right? But the fight ain't done yet. And that June 17th stuff that y'all was seeing, that was always a lie. That was never gonna be a date for Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. He's saying he hoped to get it done, maybe, for the summer or sometime in the fall. But they not announcing nothing this weekend because the fight ain't done yet. So how y'all running around talking about, oh, this is a fact? It's done. It's going to be announced this weekend. It's done. It's finally happened. Get your ticket. Come on, man. We did that before. We did all of that before. And this is becoming a real big problem, right? Because I got people calling me saying, oh man, when the tickets going on sale, man, I'm gonna get my flight ticket. I'm like, for what? Well, the fight, the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight. I'm going to get my flight, you know what I'm saying, so I could book my room, my flight early, man. When the tickets going on sale. And I'm like, bro, the fight ain't even done yet. Yeah, it is. I been here, I see it. What you mean it ain't done? Everybody that's reporting it in ESPN. And I had to explain to a couple dudes that called my phone asking me that already. Look, man, y'all cannot continue to believe these reports and everything that you see out here. And I had to tell them, I said, hey, don't believe none of that until you hear Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, Bo Mack, Derrick James, or one of them, or Steven Espinoza say that it's done and give you a fight day. Other than that, you can't believe it. And so this is becoming very misleading to people because people are already ready to come out their pockets and purchase plane tickets because they think a fight happening on June the 17th. They, I'm going along with all these lies that's on YouTube and the lies that these dudes from ESPN reporting. You know what I'm talking about? And just like Steven Espinoza said, he says people will see something very small and run with it. They'll see something very small and they'll run with it. And they'll just assume and then they'll announce it and say it's a fact. It's happening. And mislead the whole boxing audience, all the fans. And the fans gonna get sick of this. And what y'all doing, y'all are ruining the interest of the fight. With all these continuous reports and dates and it's done deal and all of that, man, you misleading the people. That's what you're doing. Sit back and chill. Everybody ain't always got to be the first one to come out and say it's done. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna know when it's done if it ever get done. And like I said, me personally, I'm not speaking for nobody else. I don't trust Terence Crawford. I don't. The last time the man said he agreed to everything, we know what he did. So yeah, man, Steven Espinoza, another thing he said that, it is good is they are closer now to getting the fight deal done than they ever been. They're closer now. So that's good, but he says, hey, I'm not going to be all the way 100% optimistic about it. He said, because last time we thought we was very close and look what happened. You know what I'm saying? That man ran off. You know what I'm talking about? He ran off. So it is what it is, man. I don't believe none of this stuff until I hear the main people announce it and say, yeah, it's going down. So they still got some negotiating to do. And we all know that Terence Crawford, he said he didn't trust Al Heyman. He don't trust Showtime. You feel me? But I already know what it is, man. That man wants to make sure that he is getting life-changing money to get in the ring with Errol Spence because he know there's a big possibility that he get an L on his record. But if I'm Errol Spence, right, if you're not fighting in June, you ain't fighting in July, or you might be fighting in August or September or something like that, you're going to be out of the ring a whole year and a half and arguably facing the toughest opponent of your whole career. On paper, right? Arguably, on paper, Terence Crawford will be the toughest fight of his whole career. On paper. We don't know what it's going to look like until they get in the ring. But going into the biggest fight, and it definitely is going to be the biggest fight of Errol Spence's career and Terence Crawford's career by far, right? But going into the biggest fight of your career, you mean to tell me that you're going to go in on a year and a half layoff? I don't like that. I'm keeping it 100. Yeah, I got EJ beating the shit out of Bud, but I just don't like that. So if I'm EJ, I do the same thing that Bud did to me. Not the same way, but I do the same thing. Like, hey, we gonna scrap. We get this fight, but I'm gonna give me a fight in between. So if you really want to fight, you could get you a fight in between. You know what I'm talking about? In the meanwhile, we could build a fight up more. And then we could have a fight in the fall or closer to the winter, whatever it may be. But man, real talk, if I'm EJ, I know he don't take no tune-ups and none of that. But I don't let this man walk me into a fight with him and I had a whole year and a half layoff because he ain't want to do it. You know what I'm talking about? He wanted to tune up. Let me get my shit, right? So it is what it is, but man, y'all heard it from Steven Espinoza himself, the man that's involved with the deal on Showtime, the head of Showtime Sports, you feel me? He said, nah, ain't gonna be no fight announcement this weekend, and the fight ain't done yet, and June the 17th was never a date. Let me know how y'all feel about all these reports y'all been hearing. Let me know how y'all feel. Drop a comment in the comment section. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all.
And before we go, just remember one thing. If you feel offended, I'm talking to you.
You offended, I'm talking to. They don't really wanna see shot. Going plat when I rap, I'm a clap in the beatbox. Other fellas like a weak block. Shoot a bullet and it fall to the ground when your heat drop. Ain't no competition we got. Bit of dark when I ride, press live like a T5. Give me high in the treetop. I'm making love to the beat like the track got a G5. And I'm chewing every MC, yo. Try to run with them, but they can't keep up, bruh. What you wanna face me for? Knowing that I'm nice and I can't be tough. Any nigga feel it better than me. Got any beats and turn on my valve. Show a nigga that I'm dope like speed or coke. You catch an overdose on my style. One of the best, so I made dope. Killing the niggas who really can't flow. Moving the crowd when I say so. Try to be me, but you can't.